We are live So utaanza 1 to 5 seconds alafu unaanza.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's session that we are going to be doing a training on, and the topic is on Google My Business. My name is Wilfred Omondi. I head the Google My Business project at Africa 118, and in collaboration with the Google Digital Skills for Africa, we have organized this session today to help you in understanding better and learning more on this product called Google My Business profile. This session is also brought to you in collaboration with Pezesha, which is one of our partners helping us across Kenya to onboard businesses on Google My Business. Welcome. So in today's session, I have an outline of the training in 3 different portions. So I'll start with defining what Google My Business is, and then I'll go into why it's important. And then lastly, we'll look at how you can be onboarded or how you can have your business profile appear on Google. So those are the 3 segments of today's session that we'll be tackling. In between, if you have any question, please make use of the comment section on this live stream to post as many questions as possible so that you can get responses to them. Okay, so as I have mentioned, today's topic is on making your business visible online, and we'll be looking at digital marketing strategies that are available so that you can enhance your business visibility. One of the strategies that we'll be looking at today is mapping your business on this platform called Google My Business. Before we delve into the subject, I'd like just to look at a little bit of the history of our organization. So as I did mention, I had the Google My Business project at Africa 118. This is a digital marketing agency that was incorporated in 2010. So we have almost 11 years of supporting businesses across the region. We are a leading digital marketing and location management service provider. So we help SMEs with their digital marketing journey and their location management services. We also are Google My Business featured partner and a Google Ads partner across Africa. So that means that we get premium access in terms of support from Google, and that ideally means that we are able to help businesses with these 2 products across the region. We're also lucky to be a Google Digital Skills partner across Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, and Ethiopia. And again, we are supporting SMEs by equipping them with the right digital skills for them to be able to apply those on their businesses. And then lastly, we are a Google for Education and a G Suite partner. Again, supporting businesses, supporting institutions with the online learning incorporation. So that's a little bit about Africa 118. And I'm glad that you are speaking or you are in front of the right people today. Feel free to ask as many questions as possible. Some of our partners, of course, are the likes of Safaricom, EcoBank, Standard Chartered Bank, and Pezesha. So all these entities, we help them either by mapping their profiles or supporting their SME network to be onboarded. And that is a classic example of Pezesha, which is part of the organizers for today's training session. So thank you so much for being a good partner, Pezesha. So I'll go straight into our topic for today, which is Google My Business, and we'll be able to look at what that is. Okay, so if I talk about Google My Business, what do you understand by that? Okay, so what we are saying is that Google My Business, it's an online business profile that allows you to map your information either on Google search or on Google Maps. Okay, so the first thing to pick from this is that it's an online business profile. So you get an online business profile for your business. And what information does that business profile contain? It contains your business information like contact information, your address information, your product information, and a little bit of information about your business, things like pictures or description about your business. Okay, so once you have that information in form of a profile, then we're able to publish that information on two Google products called Google Search and Google Maps. So what is Google Search? Google Search is the application that anybody who'd like to get information online would use to get that information. Okay, so assuming today I'd like to visit, let's say, a cyber within my region, say I'm in CBD Nairobi, and I'm looking for the nearest cyber that is offering printing services. What I can do is go on my phone, go to the Google search application and type in cyber cafes near me. When I do that, I'll be able to get results. So that is what Google search does. On the other hand, Google Maps allows you to navigate. So if I'd like to, assuming I've gotten a nearby cyber cafe, I don't know how to get myself to that cyber cafe. I can use Google Maps to navigate my way from where I am right up to where the cyber cafe is located. Okay, so we are clear about that. Google My Business is an online business profile that gives you access to both Google Search and Google Maps. And I'm sure quite a number of us are very, very familiar with the two images that you are seeing on my screen today. So on the left-hand side, I have a Google My Business profile appearing on Google Search. On the left-hand side, I have Google My Business profiles appearing on Google Maps application. Okay, so I'll assume that up to that point, we are quite conversant with what Google My Business is. At this point, maybe you can take some few minutes, go to your phone or maybe your computer and do a search of your business and see if it's appearing. If it's appearing, well and good. If it's not, you can reach out to us so that we support you to ensure that it's appearing online. We'll be able to discuss that a little later. So again, if you do a search on either your computer or on your phone, what you're seeing on the screen is how your business profile will be able to appear. Okay, so again, as you can be able to see, the profile allows you to showcase your business information. So I'm able to see what the name of the business is. I'm able to see a map linked to where it's located. I'm able to see photos of that organization or that business. I'm able to see few information like the address, the hours of operation, the contact information, and all those. So all that is what Google My Business is. And to sum it up, it's a free product that you can be able to use. So which means you don't need to pay anything for you to get a Google My Business profile, and you don't need to pay anything to use Google My Business profile for your organization. So just to sum up that first topic of what Google My Business is. So the first thing we said, it's an online business profile. Okay, it's an online business profile. Where or which platforms does it give you access to? It gives you access to Google Maps and Google Search. And then lastly, how much do you have to pay to use the platform? You don't have to pay anything. It's a free product. Great. So up to that point, I believe everyone is conversant with what Google My Business is. So we'd like to look at why it's important. Okay. So why is it important? We'll be looking at quite a number of reasons why Google My Business is important to you as a business owner. But just before we delve into details, I'd like to just mention some few. I can see quite a number of us have joined. I can see Eva, Magembe saying good morning. So good morning. Welcome, Eve. I can see Kihara. Good morning. Excited to be here. Thank you so much. Welcome and ask as many questions as possible. Shiku, good morning. Just checking in. Welcome, Shiku. Judith, good morning. Good morning. Happy to be here. Thank you. We're also happy to host you today. Mary Mbugua, good morning to you. We have Joseph, good morning. Joining from Naivasha, thank you so much. We have Mary from Kajiado, welcome Mary. We have Gibson from Thika, karibu sana. Hilda from Kiserian, so I think that's in Kajiado County still, welcome. We have Robert joining from Uganda, that's great. The beauty of technology, we're able to connect despite where we are located. We have Judith just confirming. So thank you so much, Judith, for doing that. Judith has been able to check out her business profile and it's appearing. So that's wonderful. I think you need to be keen on the next session that we are going to cover on how to use now that profiles, those business profiles to increase your visibility online. Thank you so much, Judith, for that test. Newton from Kisumu, karibu sana Newton. Those are just some few people who've joined us so far. Please engage with us as much as possible on the comment section and also use it to ask questions if you have any. Great, thank you so much. So we'd like to move back to our training session. So we've covered what Google My Business is. We now want to look at why it's important. And I'll start by looking at some statistics. So according to statistics that was done by Ipsos, it mentioned or it found out that having your Google My Business profile gives you a 29% likelihood of getting a lead, which eventually turns into a purchase. Okay, so assuming today you don't have your business profile, you'll be selling just like normal. Say you are making 2 sales a day. If you're able to get your business profile on Google, then that increases your chances by 29% to get a purchase. So which means somebody walking into your shop and making a purchase. Okay. In addition to that, if you add your business profile on Google, then you're increasing by 38% the likelihood that you'll attract local visits. So what does that mean? Assuming today I go to Kajiado. I'm not quite familiar with Kajiado. So assuming today I go to Kajiado. I'm running my errands and maybe I get an headache. So I'm looking for the nearest pharmacy within me. Okay. If I go online and look for the nearest pharmacy within me, it means that I have a need for that search. I'm feeling a headache and I'd like to get medication. So that is why I am looking for that information. And it's most likely that I'll get the nearest facility or pharmacy or chemist that is close by to where I am. Okay. So if you're a pharmacy and you've added your business on Google, when I do that search, your profile will appear. So that is why this study found that if you have your business profile on Google, then you're increasing your chances of local people visiting your store either to make inquiries or to make purchases by 38%. So that's how important having a Google My Business profile is. We'd also like to look at traffic because you can create your business profile on Google, but is there enough traffic to drive people into your business profile? I'll give an analogy. If you are in Nairobi, for example, early in the morning, assuming you are going to town, when you're just some few minutes to town, mostly in the morning, say about 8, 9, thereabouts, there is always traffic. What happens is you'll always find those whom we call hawkers or those who are selling their products queuing along the traffic lines. Why? Because they know there is a traffic of people who can be able to buy or purchase their products. Okay. Same analogy, if let's say you are along one of the bypasses where vehicles are running at 100 kilometers per hour plus, you'll never find a hawker there. Why? Because there is no that traffic of people who can be able to purchase their products. So they'll tend to have their products either in regions where there is traffic jam, and they can be able to get access to people who can buy their products. So using the same analogy, we come onto the Google My Business platform. So does it have enough traffic to warrant somebody to put his or her business profile on that platform? The answer is yes, and we'll look at why that is true. So the first one is that in terms of website visits, we get a traffic of 100 billion people visiting Google My Business platform on a monthly basis. Once they've visited that platform, we have about 1 billion calls that are generated from that platform. In addition to that, we have about 3 billion people asking for directions from Google My Business platform. So clearly what you can see is that there is a huge traffic in terms of those who are using the platform. Okay, so that is also another reason as to why you need to consider having your business profile on Google, because you have traffic exactly where you need it. That is why you'll always find businesses going into markets to sell their products. Why? Because they have traffic within those markets. So again, you have traffic within Google My Business profile. So we've looked at statistics in terms of why it's important to have your business profile. We've also looked at traffic generated to Google My Business platform. So we'd like to look at some of the specifics. And these specifics are some of the product-related reasons as to why you need to have a Google My Business profile. So I'll look at the first one, which is the ability to stand out. So having a Google My Business profile enables your business to stand out. In addition to that, having a Google My Business profile enables you to engage with your audience. And then lastly, having a Google My Business profile unveils insights for your business. So we'll be looking at this one step at a time, starting with the ability to stand out. So if you have your business profile on Google, you have the ability to stand out. For what reason? Because the platform allows you to showcase basic, useful information about your business. So the information that you put on your profile, they need to be basic information about your business. They need to be useful information about your business profile. So what are these information? Your business name, your business address, so where you are located. If I'd like to contact you, how can I get in touch with you? So your phone number should be there. If you're a business, definitely you have either services or products that you're offering. What are those products and services that you're offering? So the platform allows you to be able to list all those. If I'd like to learn more about your business, there is a website that is linked to your business profile. So as you can see, all this basic information that any consumer might need about a business are displayed right on Google My Business platform. You can talk about hours of operation. So assuming it's in the evening, I'm rushing home and I'd like to get something from a shop. I'm not sure whether at that point the shop is open or not. So instead of wasting my time to check whether the shop is open or not, what I can do is simply go on to Google My Business platform and see your hours of operation. If you are open, then in that case, it would make sense for me to come to your shop. If you are closed, then again, it makes sense that I wait until the following day when you're open. That is when I can visit your shop. So in other words, it will have saved my time. And that is what consumers like. So if you combine all those information together and put them on your business profile, then that makes you to stand out. In addition to that, you also have the ability to put or to add photos about your business. So that gives your audience the ability to see in advance some of the products you're offering, how your shop looks like, and that helps in terms of knowing exactly where you are located. Okay. And then lastly, the profile also allows you to get a free one-pager website. So assuming today you're a business, you don't have a budget for getting a fully fledged website, what Google My Business allows you to do is to get a free one to use. So you combine all those together, the ability to put all your basic necessary information about your business, the ability to put in photos about your business, and the ability to get a free one-pager website for your business. All those combined make your business to stand out. So that is the first point. We've spoken about getting a free one-pager website, which is something that you can do within less than 10 minutes. And you don't need to have web development skills to be able to do that. Okay, it's all a matter of entering the necessary information that you want to display on your profile. If there are any edits that you need to make, you edit them. And then lastly, you simply publish that by a click of a button, and you'll have your free one-pager website. So that is the first point that we've seen, the ability to stand out, putting your information together, adding photos to your profile, and getting a free one-pager website for your business. We'd like to look at the second bit, which is engaging with your audience. So Google My Business has quite a number of tools that allows you to engage with your audience. For example, on today's session, as we are talking, I'm able to engage with those who are watching me live, courtesy of the comment section. All right. If you come to the Google My Business platform, it has quite a number of tools that allows you to engage with your audience. So the first one is the ability to have your phone number on your business profile. So if I'm a consumer, I'm looking for a product and I've found it on your business profile. If I'd like to make inquiries, let's say about the pricing, I can simply call you from the business phone number that is displayed on your screen. And that allows me as a business owner or as a consumer to interact with your business. The profile also has a review feature. So if I've visited your shop and I'm happy about the kind of service that I've gotten, or maybe I'm unhappy about the kind of service I've gotten, the platform allows me to give you feedback as a business owner. So I'll be able to give that feedback using the review section, where I can either give you a star rating or just describe my experience. This not only helps the business owner to get feedback from the consumers, but it also helps other consumers to know about the kind of services and products that you're offering. So that also allows you to engage with your customers. There is also the functionality of making posts. So as a business owner, from your profile, you're able to make promotional posts about your business and about your products so that your consumers can be able to know about them. So assuming today, I run a business where, let's say I am selling watches. If I have a new watch in stock, I can be able to make a post about that and post it on my Google My Business platform. That post would then now spread to my followers, and they'll be able to see that I have this watch in stock and these are the specifications. If you'd like to get it, either you can call or maybe purchase it online. So again, that allows me to interact with my customers. There is also the bit of asking questions. So when I come to your Google My Business profile, I can be able to ask questions about your business. And as the business owner, you'll be able to get a notification that I did ask a question, and then you can respond to it. The beauty about that is that that question, when a similar consumer is in future would like to ask a similar question, instead of asking it again, he or she can be able to just look at that question that has been asked and then just get a response. So again, using the Q&A tool, I'm able to interact with my audience. Okay. So within this segment of engaging with our customers, we've been able to look at quite a number of tools that allow us to do that. So one of them is exploiting or using the review capability of the Google My Business application. There is also reaching out to your businesses using your phone number. There is also making promotional posts about your business. And then lastly, the Q&A section of the product. So all those together allows you to engage with your customers. We'll be looking at the last reason as to why it's important to have a Google My Business profile. It allows you to find new customers. So how does it do that? It does that through insights. So as people are interacting with your business profile, the profile has an internal analytical tool that's able to collect information, such kind of information on interaction. So it will be able to record for you as a business owner how many searches you've gotten, how many views you've gotten, how many interactions, or how many call to actions you've gotten as a business. It will also show you over time which are some of the active hours in your business. So we'll just tackle a couple of them and see how relevant those information can be. So assuming today I'd like to build my brand as a business, I'm in the digital marketing agency. So I know that there are quite a number of digital marketing agencies in Kenya. What I'd like to do is so that people can know my name in that industry. So that would require me to run a brand campaign. Okay, so I can run a brand campaign of my business name. How will I be able to measure over time that that campaign is working for me? Google My Business allows us to do that. So one of the things that it collects, or one of the insights that it collects, as I said, is people who are searching for you. So when I go to my insights on my business profile, I'll be able to see the number of searches, but it will not stop at that point. It will also tell me what are the most performing searches that these people are using to find my business. So for example, if I see that quite a number of searches are done using my business name, then that tells me that my brand visibility is high. So people know about me. As a result, they're able to search using my brand name or using my business name. But if I see quite a number of people are searching for me and finding me, but they search for either categories of products or services that I offer, then that tells me that in terms of services and products, I have good visibility, but people still don't know me. Okay, so if I do that, let's say today, and I see that 90% of people find me because of the product, services, and category of business that I am in, I can also, now, I do that today, and then I start running my brand visibility campaign. After 3 months, I can also look at the results and now see, is it still 90%, or right now it's at 75%? So which means people who are now searching me directly are 25%, as opposed to when before I started, where they were only 10%. So that can give you insights on how you're performing. Another thing that you can do is that, assuming you'd like to know what are some of the search queries that people always use to find businesses like yours, you'll be able to find those search queries. So what you can do as a business owner is start a paid campaign where you'll be using those popular keywords, run a campaign on them so that people can find you even more. So when they find you more, it means you are finding new customers. Another thing that you can be able to get from the insights is what action they take. So assuming I've gotten your business profile, what is the next action I take? Do I request for direction to your location so that I can walk in and maybe make a purchase or may ask a question? Once I find your business profile, do I make a phone call so that I can either do further inquiries? Once I find your business profile, do I visit your business website to learn more? So all those questions, you'll be able to find answers to them on your insight page of your Google My Business application. So all this combined together ideally help you to find new customers. Another thing that the insights are able to do is that over time, it can be able to collect information on the traffic coming to your shop. So for example, if I have limited time between the day, say between 8 to 5, I'm assuming I'm employed. So I can only have maybe 30 minutes morning hours for my break and maybe 1 hour during lunchtime for my lunch break. But I'd like to visit a shop. Okay, so what again I can be able to do is look at that business profile on Google and look at what are the less traffic times for that business profile. In other words, which time of the day is the business profile less occupied or is the business less occupied? And that is information that I can also be able to get from my website. Okay, so assuming I wanted to buy something from the supermarket, what I can be able to do is look at that supermarket online, find its business profile on Google, and then I'll be able to see the kind of traffic that is generated. If I see that it has high traffic during lunch hours, then in that case, again, as a consumer, I'd not like, as a consumer who has limited time, I'd not like to go to that store and take that time. What I can do is identify less traffic hours within that business profile so that that is the time that I visit the business. So all these are insights that you're able to get from the Google My Business application. Okay, so just to do a recap of why Google My Business is important. So we started with analytics, where we mentioned that, number one, having your business profile on Google increases your chances by up to 38% of people coming to your store and 29% by leading to a purchase. We also saw that and ascertained that there is huge traffic generated by Google My Business profile. So that means you need to be on that platform. And then lastly, we've looked at some of the advantages in terms of product, where we've talked about your business profile standing out. We've also talked about being able to engage with your customers. And then lastly, how useful the insights are. So before we continue into the next segment, I'd just like to look at some of the comments that are coming through and be able to respond to them if there are any questions. So Gibson from Thika, Hilda from Kiserian, thank you so much for joining. Robert mentioned he's from Uganda. Welcome, Robert. Let me see. Okay, so we also asked earlier for you to just search for your business profile and see whether it's appearing. Kihara is confirming that hers is appearing online, so that's good. Alice, good morning to you all. Happy to be joining from Uganda. Thank you so much for joining. Looking forward to learn a lot. Also, we look forward to responding to questions that you may have. So welcome. Julius, greetings from Global University Business Club Limited. That's amazing. Julius, just check to see if your university has a business profile. If it doesn't, please reach out after this. We'll be able to help you. I see Robert is saying that today morning they are blessed. It's raining, so that's a blessing from God. Julius from Uganda, thank you. Sheila, happy to be here. Welcome. Diana from Kampala, Uganda, welcome. We have Jackson from Kampala, Welcome. Evelyn, what about home-based services? What about home-based services? So maybe just to respond to that, Google My Business allows you to have any business profile despite the nature. So the nature here is mode of operation, whether it has a physical store or it doesn't. You are able to map your business profile on Google. So if you are offering home-based services, then what I believe is that you have a region under which you operate. In as much as you might not have a physical store, you have a region that you operate in. So instead of putting your address as your location, what you can do is just put a region under which you serve. Okay. So whenever I look for either your business profile or maybe services that you're offering, when I find your business profile online, I'll be able to see the region under which you operate from. Okay. So a similar thing or a similar example is think about delivery services or delivery services businesses. We are able to map them, but just say that this business is able to offer delivery services within this region. So the same thing as home-based services. So I hope I've answered you, Evelyn. If you have additional questions, please use the chat section to ask for more. We'll be able to respond to as many as possible. Lucy saying hi all. Loli joining from Nairobi, welcome. Please guide me on how to monetize this knowledge to other businesses near me. So that is asked by Newton. So Newton, thank you so much. On the chat section, we have my colleague John, who is helping me to moderate this. He will be able to guide you on how to do that, how to monetize this. So just highlight, he will be able to share the specifics. What we do is we have an agent program as an organization. So if you are somebody who is interested in helping your community around get Google My Business profiles, then you can register with us as an agent where you'll visit these businesses, talk to them about Google My Business product. If they are convinced and they'd like to have it, you will share the information with us. We'll go ahead and map them and give them ownership of the profiles. Once that is complete, then we have kind of a reward for you. So that reward will be based on each and every profile that you've onboarded. To get specific information, I'll ask my colleague, John, to either get in touch with you or you can get in touch with him so that he can guide you further on that. But it's something that is possible, and thanks for asking that question. Any of the people joining us today who is interested in a similar thing, please reach out. We'll be able to help you on that. Samuel saying hi from Kiambu. Karibu sana, Samuel. Daniel saying hi all. Hi Daniel, karibu sana. Hello. When is this thing starting? So Degam Asrat. So I didn't understand exactly what you're asking. Maybe use the same comment section and elaborate on your question so that we can be able to advise you better. Laura saying hi all. Thank you. Glad to be here. Asante sana, Laura. Feel free and welcome. So I'll stop at that with the comments and go back to our training for today. Just giving you a recap of where we are. So we've looked at what Google My Business is, and we've also looked at why it's important. So at this point, we'd like to look at some of the features that it has. I know I've spoken about them, but we'll be able to just check out on some of the few that are available. So one of the things that as a business owner you need to do is make sure you give a brief description about your business. How are you able to do that? The Google My Business platform allows you to enter your business information on your business platform. All right. We also have the posting section, which I spoke about. So under this posting section, what you're able to do is share updates, share offers, or share events, or share products with your customers or your audience. It allows you to either add a photo, put in a description, and if you have maybe an order now link or maybe a learn more link, you can have all those included. Okay, but this is a feature that as a business owner, once we have helped you to map your business profile and you get access to it, you will be able to take advantage of it. All right. There's also the insights that I was speaking about, and this is how, just a sneak peek of how it appears. So the first one, it will give you the top performing search terms or what people type on their website, on their computers for them to find you. So it will always collect for you the top most performing ones. Okay, so you can have either your business name appearing there, you can have either your address appearing there, you can also either have the product, the name of the product or services that you're offering also appearing there. So it's an information, it's a section of the Google My Business application that will reveal for you how people find you. And you, as a business owner, you can now use that information to help you grow further. All right. There is also the review section, which I mentioned about. So under review section, it serves two purposes. So the first one is for you to get feedback as a business owner. And then the second one is so that consumers can also see the kind of services that they would expect when they come to your store. All right. So this will always ensure that as a business owner, you aim to provide the best services as possible, because definitely people will be able to give you feedback on how you serve them. So there are two ways. You can either leave a rating star, which starts from 1 to 5, 5 being the best, or you can write a description of how your service was. As a business owner, always make sure that anyone who leaves a review on your business profile, you respond back to them. Whether it's positive or negative, make sure that you respond to them. Okay. There's also another beautiful tool that allows business owners to handily manage their business profiles. So this is called the Google My Business mobile application. One of the unique features that it allows you to do as a business owner is to start receiving text messages on your business application. So as a business owner, instead of every time going into the website and signing into your business profile, what you can do is download the Google My Business application onto your phone. Once you have it on your phone, then it allows consumers to be able to send you direct messages onto that app, and it allows you to be as interactive as possible. Think of it as having a WhatsApp for your business. If you have a WhatsApp on your phone, then it becomes very, very easy either to reach out to you via text or a call. So the same thing applies to a Google My Business app. It allows you to interact with your audiences using text messages, which from research that has been done, it's shown that most people would prefer to send a text message rather than maybe visit a website or make a phone call. So if you have your business active, on the comment section, I was able to see at least 2 people saying that they can see their business profiles appearing. So the next step for you now is to download the Google My Business application so that you're able to manage your business from your phone. And it becomes very, very easy since most of the time you have your phones. So that means if a consumer asks a question today, it will be very, very easy for them to get a response from you. All right. So just go to your Play Store or your App Store, depending on the phone you're using. Just type in Google My Business application. You'll be able to see it appearing with this icon that is displayed on the screen, Google My Business. Just download it, connect it to your business profile, and you'll be all set to go. So those are some of the features that you can take advantage of as a business owner. So the last segment of our training today will be the how. So we've looked at why, what Google My Business is, why it's important. If you have one, well and good. If you don't have one and you're interested in getting one, how do you do that? Before I answer that question, let me just check if there are a few comments on the section. We have Wilfred. So this is great. We're sharing the same name. So Wilfred Ouma. It's a great to be here, checking in from Kisumu. Welcome, Wilfred. We have any other question? Orwa from Tanzania, karibu sana. We have Odur Victor, greetings all. Hi, Victor. We have Evelyn. Well answered, thank you. Okay, so Evelyn asked a question earlier on, I think, home-based services, and she's acknowledging that she's gotten a response, so thank you so much for that. We have Wilfred asking a question, have been on the Google My Business platform for about 6 months, and I'm yet to have a conversion. How can I do that? Okay, so that's quite an interesting question, Vincent. So one thing that I'd advise you to do is go to your insight section of your Google My Business app and start seeing the kind of responses that appear, that are insights that you're getting. So look at how many people are finding you, okay? Once you have that information, then look at what are the keywords they're using for them to find you. That would give you an insight in terms of knowing the kind of people that are coming to your profile. So once you have that information, then now start promoting your products using the posting capability. All right. And in order to be able to effectively know that you are getting conversion from Google My Business or not, do you have a tracking process in place? So for example, one of the things that you can do is that on your business profile, you have your phone number. Whenever somebody reaches out to you to ask you about the services or products that you're offering, one of the questions maybe at the tail end of your conversation could be, how did you hear about us? Okay, so if you have that in place, then what you'll be able to do is now start knowing which are the channels that are driving people to my business. Okay, so the first thing is just making sure that as the business owner, you're able to take advantage of the product functionalities that are there, like the analytics and the posting capability. On the other hand, you also need to have in place tracking capabilities. Okay, so just make sure that you have that tracking capability in place. So for example, you receive a phone call asking about your business information. At the end of the conversation, just ask how they got to you. From there, you'll now be able to know if there are actually no conversions or not. And then also doing what's useful in terms of engaging with your audience, sharing information with your audience about the businesses and the services that you're providing. We have Alice asking, I have different services and products I offer. How do I put them under one profile? Okay, so that's great. So when you create your business, there is a category that you're providing. I'll give a classic example of, let's say, a beauty salon. Okay, so if you walk into a beauty salon or a beauty shop, you expect to find barber services being offered. You expect to find things like nail services, pedicure, manicure, and all those together. All right, there are different sub-services, but the whole business is about beauty. So if you had a beauty shop, what you do is create your business profile, let's say like Alice Beauty Shop. When you go to the product and services section, it allows you to list as many products as possible. It allows you to list as many services as possible. So once you've created the business profile, go inside that business profile under product and services, you'll be able to list the many services that you're offering. You'll be able to list the many products that you're offering. All right. So I think that is answered. If you still have follow-ups, please make use of the chat section to ask questions. And if anything is not clear and you'd like to get further support, either reach out to John directly or to myself. We'll be able to help. Eve is asking, are we going to have a practical bit of the training session, like how to view analytics and reviews? I think we can organize for a practical session on that, Eve. So just make sure that you keep tab of our conversations so that when we have the next session, you're able to join in. Kihara is confirming that he or she has a business app. I have the app on my phone. How do I connect it so that I get messages and not emails? All right. So once you've downloaded the business, the Google My Business application on your phone, it will ask you to sign in using your email. So when you get to that point of signing in, make sure you sign in with the email address that has access to your business profile. Okay. So once you've signed in, then you now need to allow notifications. All right. So once you've allowed notifications, it means if I go to your profile and leave for you a message, you'll be able to get it as a notification, just the same way you get a notification when somebody sends you a WhatsApp message. Okay. So just to repeat that whole process again, Kihara, once you've downloaded the business profile on your, the Google My Business profile application on your phone, you need to sign in. When you're signing in, make sure you sign in using the email address that has access to your business profile. Okay. Once you've signed in with that email address, enable notification so that whenever somebody leaves a review, somebody asks a question, somebody sends you a message, you'll be able to get them as notifications. All right. Paul Waga, very clearly articulated. Thanks for the presentation. Thank you, Paul. Another question from Kihara, how do you get the tracking capability? I only get views. All right. So once you have the business profile and you have access to it, when you go to the insight section, you'll be able to see different segments of that tracking. Okay, so you start with the first one is always the keywords that people use with the volume. Okay, the second one is the kind of searches that you get, whether they are direct or in category based. Okay, the other one is in terms of views. So how many views you got from maps, how many of them you got from searches. So all that is information that is available to you under the insight section. If you have difficulties with that, please feel free to reach out to us separately so that we can help you unlock that. Thank you so much, Wilfred. Superb. Kenyozi appeared. That's great, Gibson. Does Google assist in improving on one-pager website? Any charges involved? Okay, so no charges are involved in terms of getting the free website and using it. As we said, Google My Business platform is a free of charge tool. So you don't need to pay anything to use it. That means getting a business profile plus the free one-pager website. Can Google help you to improve it? Depends on which kind of help you need. If it's in terms of optimizing the profile so that people can easily find it, then that you have to do on your side. Okay. If it's about upgrading it so that you have maybe a specific or customized website domain, then again, in that case, you have to do it yourself. But you can get guidance from us, Robert. So just reach out to us directly. I see my colleague John has dropped in some of the links on how to get in touch with us. So just use those links shared with that John has shared, so that we can get in touch and respond to your questions. So I'll be finalizing my session with how do you get the Google My Business application, and this will also be helpful for those who'd like to reach out to us. Okay, so how do you get a Google My Business application? We do have support that we are providing to all businesses, not only in Kenya, across Africa. If you'd like to reach out to us, just go to google.africa118.com. You will get two options. Either you can call us or you can request us to call you back. Okay, so if you'd like to call us, you'll see the phone numbers that you can use to reach out to us. If you'd like us to call you back, then you'll just go ahead and fill a form of entering your name, entering your phone number, entering your business, your email address, and how you heard about us. So in this case, you'll just say Google My Business training, YouTube training, something like that. And then you'll submit that form. It will come to us, and then we'll now get back to you and see how best we can help you. So if it's a help about some of the questions that have been raised about optimization or not being able to see how to showcase your analytics, we'll be able to guide you on that. Okay. If it's about having your business profile to be verified, we'll also be able to help you on that. If you'd like to join our agent program, we'll also be able to get back to you on that. So just go online or just have it noted down somewhere for you to be able to reach out to us. Go to google.africa118.com. and we'll get in touch. So in terms of process is that you need to fill out that form. One of our agents will be able to reach out to you, hear your request. If it's about verifying a business profile, we'll be able to do that on your behalf. Once we are done, we'll send you an invitation to take ownership of the business profile. So once you take ownership of the business profile, it means you'll have full access that allows you to update information and make use of the beautiful tools that we've shared, or the beautiful product that we've shared about. Okay, and at any one time, if you need any support from us, always feel free to reach out and we'll be glad to help you. So that would mark the end of my session. Just before we sign off, I'll make sure that we've completely covered all the questions and any comments that are on the section. Okay. I think we still have some time. Just got a confirmation that we can have about some 5 minutes to do a practical session on how to navigate through Google My Business. So I'll be glad to do that within the next few minutes. If you're on the call today, please follow us on our social media handles. So we do have a number of them that have been shared on the chat, starting with Instagram. We have Instagram at Digital Skills AF, same as on Facebook, same as on Twitter. So please do make sure to follow us on those platforms so that we can interact further. All right. Maybe John, a comment from Judith here. She's saying that the link you've shared is broken, so maybe you can just share them again so that everyone has the ability to reach out to us. Roslyn saying awesome presentation, thank you so much. Same as Wycliffe, great presentation, thank you so much. And John has shared another link on where you can get free resources and access to quite a number of good resources that you can then use to improve on the knowledge. Okay, just one for the Instagram. So if you can share that again, John, thank you. So there was a specific question that was raised on how, if we can do a practical session about how to navigate through the Google My Business application. I'm happy to do that, and I'll be doing it. I'll be sharing the screen on that in a short while. Let me just make sure that I have the correct profile. In the meantime, if you still have any questions, please do raise them. Okay. If you have any question that you think hasn't been answered, please make use of the comment section and raise the question. We'll be glad to help you out with the response. All right, so I'll simply switch to a different screen where I'd like to show you a practical session on Google My Business, how you can be able, some of the things that you can do on, some of the things that you can be able to do with your profile. Great. So I believe my profile, my screen is quite visible. Okay. So here I have our business profile, which is Africa 118. What I'll do is just click on it so that I have the back end of it open. Okay. So once you've opened your profile, you have quite a number of things going on the interface. In the middle, you always have information about your business in terms of analytics, updates, and all those. On the left-hand side, if you're using a computer, on the left-hand side, you'll always have the menu. So maybe, John, you can confirm if my screen with the business profile is visible. I do hope it is. I do hope it's visible. I do hope it's visible. Let me just check. I can't see your screen. We can't. Okay. I see quite enough. We can't. Okay. So let me do it again. Let me do it again. All right. Now go ahead and share my screen. Great. So I think you can confirm once more. Great. Right now it's visible. All right. So just to start it off again, I've opened my Google My Business platform from the internal dashboard. Okay. So right in the middle, what you'll always see are updates about your business or information about your business. On the left-hand side, you'll see a menu. So this menu here starts from home. You go to posts, info, insights, reviews, messages, photos, product, services. This will depend on the profile. So sometimes for other profiles, you'll only have the services activated. For others, you'll only have the products activated. For others, again, like in a case of a digital marketing agency, you'll have both products and services activated. And then you have website and users. So I'll take this chance to just walk you through in details what each of this means. So when I'm at home, the home tab, it gives me a series of shortcuts. So think of it as shortcuts, okay? It's a shortcut to see how my business is performing, okay? Just high level view of how my business is performing. It's a shortcut for me to make a post, as you can see here, okay? It's a shortcut for me to start running paid advertisements. It's a shortcut to see the latest post that I made. It's a shortcut to see the latest review that was left on my business profile and respond to it. It's a shortcut for me to see what's missing on my profile so that I can make sure my profile is up to date with the information. So in this case, our logo should be updated, and that's why we are at 85% in terms of completion of profile, okay? It's also a shortcut for me to share my business URL. So if I wanted to see my profile on Google Maps, I can click on this and I'll be able to do that. If I want to see my profile on search, again, I can click on that view search. If I wanted to share my business profile, let's say on WhatsApp and email and all those, or maybe on Facebook, I can just click on share business profile and I get a very short, unique URL here, which is specifically for my business. I can send it on Facebook, I can send it on WhatsApp, I can send it on Twitter, I can send it on email. If I was using other things like Telegram, I can simply copy it and then paste the link on that application and share. So when I share it, anybody who clicks on that link will be taken directly into my business, Google My Business profile. Okay, so under homepage is just a shortcut of quite a number of features that are available within your business profile. Then we go to posting, the post section. So again, as I did mention, you can interact with your audiences using this posting capability. So whether you want to share a post that is related to COVID update, you have an offer that you'd like to share, you have an update that you'd like to make as a business, you'd like to create an event or add a product. So you have that different segments of posts that you can do. One thing that I can mention under this post is that most of the Google My Business application posts or platform posts last for 7 days. Okay, so if I do a COVID update, if I do an offer, if I do a COVID update, if I do an event, an update rather, they'll all last for 7 days. After 7 days, they get archived. Okay, if I have a post that I'd like to make to go past 7 days, then I need to use the others. So either an offer, an event, or a product. So a product is quite straightforward. If I wanted to add a product, I'll use that to add a product. If I add an offer, remember an offer can run for maybe a day, maybe a month, maybe 3 months, maybe half a year, depending, but you'll be able to set when it starts and when it ends. Okay. If I wanted to do a post that could last, let's say, for a whole year, then the best way to do that is to add it as an event where I'll be able to set the start and when it ends. Okay. So all that is to make sure that your post is not archived, because as we've said, after 7 days, the post will be archived. So which means people looking for your post might not be able to find it unless they go into your profile and a post section. That is when they'll be able to see it. All right. So any post that you have, you can be able to do it under the posting capability section. And then info, if you'd like to update any piece of information about your business profile, starting with the name, the business category, the address, the hours of operation. So for example, with the latest COVID restrictions, you find sometimes curfew is at 8, the other time it was at 7, pushed to maybe 10. So that means that there's also an impact in terms of when you open and when you close. So if you'd like to update such kind of information on your business profile, you do them under the info tab, right? There was a question on insights. So as I did mention, what you need to do is click on insights and you get this insights. So on our insights for the last 1 month, there's a total of 544 people that have searched for us. 46%, which is 250 of them, have searched for our business name, Africa 118. Okay. 195% of them, 195 of them have found us or have found our business profile by either searching for a category, which is a digital marketing agency, or maybe a product that we are selling or services that we are offering. And then lastly, we have 99 of them that have found us based on a brand that we are selling. So for example, as an organization, we help people with Google My Business verification. So maybe there's somebody, 99 of them search for Google My Business verification in Kenya and found our business profile. So this is insight that you're able to have as a business owner. I also mentioned about views. So if you scroll down, you're able to know how many of these were searches coming from, or were views coming from search or views coming from map. As we can see, out of the 832 searches that we got, 337 of them were on search and 495 of them were on maps. Okay. And then we are able to see call to action. So 8 people have requested for a direction, and that's very, very normal because in the recent past, remember, they were restricted. There was an upgrade of the restrictions that we are having. So less people were traveling, which means less people would not want to interact with people. So you're able to see the number of requests in terms of direction going down. Same as calls, again, you're able to see how many calls we are getting. And then in terms of direction request, you see where a number of them are coming from. So most of the people who would like to come to our office or who would like to know where we are located are within Nairobi, all right? So you're able to see those insights. There's a new update on the insight section. So if you'd like to see how people were finding you, the kind of search queries they were doing, they were typing for them to find your profile, you can click on this new profile performance. And if you click on it, it gives you a list of how people are finding you. So remember we said that most people was finding us, about 46% of the searches were courtesy for people finding us directly. So as you can see here, Africa 118 is a dominating search term, same here as Africa 118. And then I mentioned that there were those people who are finding us using branded searches. So they're using a brand to find our business profile. And that is why we have Google appearing here. So when somebody searched for Google, they were able to see our business profile appearing because we are promoting Google as a brand, okay? Again, direct searches Africa 118, direct searches Africa 118 Incorporation. So that is a little bit of the insights and how to understand them or how to interpret them. We mentioned about reviews. Again, you're able to see reviews section here and just respond to the ones that you haven't responded to. You can easily do that by simply clicking on haven't responded, and it will give you a list of all the reviews you haven't responded to, and you can respond to them, whether positive or negative, all right? The messaging section on your laptop, here it only allows you to activate it. So once you've activated it, then all will be good. You'll be able to use it on your phone. If you'd like to add pictures, again, you can do it under this section. Add in a logo, add in a cover photo, all those kind of pictures that you'd like to add. There's a question on adding products and services. And as I mentioned, you can add as many products and as many services as possible. So we already have one here, which is Google My Business Verification. I can be able to add another product by simply clicking on Add Product. I put in an image, product name, the category. If it's a product that has a fee to it, you'll be able to include that, add in a description about the product and a URL that you'd like people to use. Okay. Once you're done with that, you simply save it and then you'll have added the product. If you have 10 of them, you do that 10 times. So you'll have 10 products. Same as services. When I come to services, as you can see, we've added quite a number of services within our business category. So again, same procedure. If you want to add another service, you simply come and whether it's a service related to digital marketing agency, you simply click on add a service. You're able to say which category it falls, and then you add the if you want to add customization, so you go to that and then give it your own. Once that is complete, you simply click on save, and that product or that service would have been added to your product. Okay, so once you've added that service, then you can now go into the service that you've added to add details about it. So for example, we added a service here called Google My Business Verification. So once we click on it, you see it gives us the capability now to edit the service details, like put in a price range for it, put in a description, and then save it. So once we save it, that product will be able to appear here with the description. All right. So that is on services and products. On website, there was also a question on website. So the first thing is that it's free, so you don't have to pay for it. In terms of optimization, you do that using the edit tool here, where you're able to edit quite a number of information about your website. Once you are done, you simply click on save and then publish. Okay. So once you've published your site, at this corner you'll see whether it's live. If it's not published, then you'll have the publish button so that you can share it and it appears online. And in terms of giving ownership, you do it under users, and under that users, you'll be able to define who can have access to your business profile, all right? And normally you can give 3 different user levels, either site manager, either manager of the business, or an owner of the business. So depending on which level of access you'd like to give someone, you'll be able to set all that under users. So I think I'll stop at that point. I think we've covered quite a good number of practical lessons. If you still have more questions, please feel free to reach out. I think as we are ending the session, I'll just go through the comment section and just finalize. Feedback. So we do have a feedback form on the comment section. Please fill it up for us. It also helps us in making sure that we're able to improve this session so that we can give you better content in future. Mike 256 saying thank you so much. Wilfred had already set up a profile a few days ago. So what happens? Do we share ownership with Africa Owner in order to finish? Yes, that's very true. That's very true, Mike. So we'll just please share the ownership request with us so that we can help you with the verification. Nabil Mohammed saying thank you. So guys, thank you so much for your time to join us today on this session. It's been an incredible 1 hour, 16 minutes just engaging you on Google My Business. Again, I'd like to thank all our partners, so starting with Google that has given us this platform so that we can impact knowledge on business owners. Also, the business owners that have created their time today to join us on this session, and also the team that is working with us inside, John, who is helping me with the moderation and also the setup. Thank you so much. We'd like to end it at that point. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thank you so much. Have a good day and have a great weekend. Thank you.